back to this top 5 business.
Yeah, I only call it trash talk because you have said you're going to kick his ass in a variety of different ways, using colorful language, analogies, stories, different diagrams and graphs.
Sure.
Yeah, it's trash talk for all intents and purposes.
Okay, yeah.
So here's the deal. Okay, these are the guys that I think, and we'll go down the line. We'll go 5-1. In my opinion, the top 5 best trash talkers. And what I want you to do, Michael Bisping, is I want you to give your grading from A to F. Do they have that in England? Is that how they grade shit in England? I don't know how.
Yes, of course. Yes. Come on. We're not Chinese.
I don't know. I don't know how they do things in England, okay?
We have the alphabet, Lewis.
Okay.
In fact, I'm pretty sure we fucking invented the alphabet.
Possibly. I think you got a couple extra letters in there, though. I don't know.
No.
All right, so here's the dilly. Number 5, the 5th best trash talker in MMA history.
Your opinion.
MMA history, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Good choice. Yeah. I never thought of that one. See, Rampage, Rampage was good. He was funny. He was organic a lot of the time. So, yeah. Without sitting here and, considering all the trash talkers in the whole of MMA, it's difficult, but certainly Rampage would be a number. Rampage is good. Rampage is up there. He's memorable. Do we have a clip of any type of example?
Are you going to be? Is Bisping going to be able to hear that?
I don't know.
Yeah, try it. Pull it up, Shannon.
Okay,
Let's try it.
This is
Chael
Chael
Let's play.
Well, no. Bisping. No. Hold on. We're do Rampage Jackson. Just do Rampage Jackson trash talk. This is him in the ring in Pride. I think. Yeah, you can't really hear it. It's not great. Thanks, Shannon. Good job producing that segment, Shannon.
That was a great segment for everyone listening. That was 5-star podcasting at its finest. And for the record, I didn't hear a damn thing. What did he say? What was the example? I'll probably know it.
I literally couldn't even hear it. Okay, but no,
awesome.
Shannon,
no, but Rampage was good. Rampage was good back in the day. He was funny. I mean, Rampage was a mean mother effer. 100%. And I know Rampage. We used to be good friends back in the day. So yeah. All right. Yeah, no problem with Rampage being at 5.
All right, we'll give him the on the Michael Bisping trash talk scale. What do you give him, an A to F?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, to get in the top 5, you've got to have a good grade, I'm assuming. So, we'll say a B+ or an A-.
B+, A- for Rampage Jackson. And all right, let's go to number 4. Tito Ortiz, the original trash talker. I think Tito Ortiz is the first guy to ever kind of be in MMA, to be the guy who had kind of a big mouth, bringing eyes to the sport, not only off of his fighting and winning, but specifically off the shit that he talked. He used to wear these T-shirts. Dana White is my bitch T-shirt, which is crazy to do for you. By the way, it's International Bosses Day. National Bosses Day today.
All right. Well, speaking I don't have a boss, so go fuck yourself.
Well, technically, Dana White. Would you consider Dana White?
No, I am not an employee by the UFC. I'm a
independent contractor.
Independent contractor. I have no bosses.
Shannon just said, "Me too." Are you fucking crazy, Shannon? I'm your boss. Don't you ever forget that.
All right, listen, Tito Ortiz. We should have started the show with International Boss Day, because I got some great boss stories over the years. I've had many, many jobs, and I've been fired from many, many jobs. So many bosses over the years have been told to go fuck themselves in no uncertain terms, especially when I was younger. I was a little punk when I was 16. I left school at 16 and went working in factories. And generally Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would always be there. But Thursdays I got paid. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I went out. So Monday, I wouldn't turn up at work. And then to try and make it seem believable, a lot of the time I'd also take Tuesday off. Because who gets sick for one day? You know what I'm saying? I took Monday off, but if I go in on Tuesday, he's going to know I was just hungover.
Well, then you also got to come in on Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday and pretend I was really sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then you also got to come in on Tuesday, and you have to have top shelf acting skills in order to pretend to be not that sick, but getting over a sickness. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we missed an opportunity there, Lewis.
It's all right. We can get into some boss stories after this. Let's finish this fucking list.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into those. All right. So the thing with Tito, though, is whilst you're absolutely right, and Tito did a great job of bringing a lot of eyes to the sport of MMA back in the day. Like you said rightly, the first trash talker, if you will, if that's the expression we're going with, even though I hate that. But he was great. He did a lot of things. He used to do the grave digger, like you said, Dana White is my bitch. A lot of things, flipping off his opponents and all that stuff, flipping off the crowd. He sold his fights great. But the thing about Tito is that with the planned antics, things like that he's thought of in advance, he was great. On the fly, he wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? When he had to think on the spot, on the mic, he wasn't that good. But a lot of the stuff that he did, a lot of his theatricals, they were great. And I think it's impossible not to give Tito an A, really, because if it weren't for guys like him, listen, even Rampage and Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell's, you got to pay homage to these people. If it weren't for people like that, we wouldn't be discussing MMA right now.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Let's go to number 3. This is going to be controversial, maybe, because people might put him up higher on the list, but I got to say, he's definitely one of the best. But I got to give it to Nick Diaz, number 3. Organic, doesn't think about it. You talk about Tito Ortiz being a little bit rehearsed,
No.
You're just disagreeing. You don't like it.
It's just a flat out disagree. I like Nick Diaz. I like Nate Diaz. They both talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think the trash talkers.
What are you talking about? He's one of the best.
They just fucking say what's on the mind.
Yeah. That's perfect.
A lot of times they just mumble incoherent bullshit.
That's okay. Come on, man. That's kind of fun in itself. When he just starts fucking speaking himself into a corner, you're like, what the fuck is Nick saying, dude? He's just rambling. It's great.
Yeah, no, that is good. That is good. But I don't know if that puts him in the top 5 of trash talkers, though. You know what I mean? Nick is very entertaining. As is Nate. I love them both.
Can I defend this?
One of the best lines that you'll ever hear was after Nate beat Conor, and he said, "I'm not surprised, motherfuckers." I mean, that was genius. That line. Go on. What were we gonna say?
Let me defend this. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, the Diaz brothers in general, but Nick in particular.
Just because he smokes a lot of weed, Lewis.
Well, look, I do enjoy that as well, but that's not why I'm saying he's the best trash talker. I'm saying because he's one of the fucking realest guys in MMA. He doesn't think about what he's gonna say.
No doubt about that.
He's also, when you think
I don't think he's one of the best talkers, though.
But here's the thing.
He's real as fuck. But he's, from all accounts, quite the introvert,
Yeah, but think about this, Mike. During a fight, in the middle of a fight, he'll break out into shit talking like he's in the streets.
Oh, yeah. No, see, that is awesome. I mean, the Anderson Silva fight, I'll never forget when he led on the floor in the middle of the first round, calling Anderson Silva on. I mean, that was genius, and he made me a fan forever that day. So, all right, you're talking me around here, Lewis.
Yeah, dude, you got to be crazy. There's definitely a bunch of
Yeah, no, you're right. He is a big shit talker. All right, fair enough. Massive disrespect for his opponents.
Of course, and that's one of the best things you can do. If you're going to trash talk somebody, you cannot come out and go, "Oh my God, I respect this guy. He's great. He's unbelievable. He's one of the best in the world." You need to come out and tell the world that he fucking sucks dick. I think that is a very important part of it. You need to disrespect his fucking background, his culture, his martial arts style. You really need to go for the jugular if you want to get on this list anyway.
Which this is the be all and end all of all MMA fighters' careers, of course.
Of course.
So if you want to be on this list, please pay attention to Lewis. Come on. All right. Well, listen. Yeah. No. Nick and Nate. That must piss them off. You think that pisses them off? Being, when you talk about one, you talk about the other.
Probably not. I think Nate, he really seems like he looks up to his brother, on another level. I feel like Nick, I don't know the whole story, but I mean, Nick really helped to raise him, and he's truly his mentor. So yeah, I don't think it bothers Nate. Yeah. I don't think it bothers Nick either. I think those dudes are fucking.
No, you're right. When you put it like that, they probably find it quite complimentary because I don't think that either of them are competing to be the number one Diaz.
What are the odds though?
You're right.
That both of it's very strange to me that you'll see this in a lot of sports, right? And this is, it just goes to prove that nature definitely has a big effect on this. But both of the Diaz brothers are just great fighters. They both ended up getting so good they got UFC contracts. You see all these different. Who are some other brothers in MMA?
The
Nogueiras, the Nogueiras. There's a bunch of guys that have been out there, and I know. What's this chick who just fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk? Her sister fights MMA as well. Supposedly she's a little badass as well. Shevchenko's sister.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, she fights. Yeah. All right. Anyway, back on track.
Sorry.
All right. So Nick Diaz number 3. Who you got at number 2?
All right, number 2. This is going to really be controversial. Conor McGregor.
See, that is controversial because, of course, he had to be in at number one. That just makes me want to ask who number one is. Because bear in mind, everybody, this isn't an official Believe You Me podcast rating. This is Lewis and fucking, who was it? Harrington?
Yeah, Mike Harrington.
This is Lewis and Harrington, stoned and bored on a Sunday afternoon.
We put this together Sunday afternoon. We put this together while we started the show. I wrote it by hand to Mike, and I said, Mike.
You scribbled it down in 2 minutes.
Yes.
So this is not that much like research or effort went into this. So you said, right, Rampage, Tito, Nick Diaz.
Well, there's a bunch
Conor
of honorable
McGregor.
mentions. Like there's like Cody.
Right, okay. So to have a healthy discussion as to who you think is at 1 and who you think is at 2. So we've got 5, 4, and 3. So we need to know who's vying for the top spot. So who do you have as number 1?
Number 1.
And we'll break it down from that perspective.
The American Gangster, Chael P.
Oh
Sonnen.
my God, you are out of your goddamn mind.
He's the best.
I'm almost disgusted.
You want to quit?
If my diet consisted of enough carbohydrate to actually be able to physically throw up right now, I would have thrown up. The only problem is I'm living off fucking egg whites and lettuce leaves. You know what I mean? Trying to make weight. So I just gag, dry heave. Listen, Chael Sonnen has always been very entertaining. And I'll say this, I said this when we fought. When we fought, Ariel Helwani did an interview with us both immediately after the weigh-in backstage. And I said then, and I'll stand by it, he turned into some court jester, a guy that can't be taken seriously. His pieces, his shtick is all planned. It's all stolen. It's all taken from somewhere else. He has writers that write him things. I found this out recently. He has writers that write his material, or he does throwbacks to professional MMA. Wrestling, pardon me. None of it is witty. None of it's funny. None of it's off the top. I mean, that press conference with Tito Ortiz when they fought in Bellator. I mean, come on. There was no good trash talk in there. There was a couple of really below the belt remarks about his ex-wife, Jenna Jameson, that got a big boo from the crowd and it pissed Tito off, but it wasn't good trash talk.
No, that wasn't good.
Wasn't funny or anything like that. And he didn't give me anything good. All right, he fucked with Anderson Silva pretty hard.
The Brazilians.
He fucked with Anderson Silva pretty hard, and Brazil as a nation. Yeah, he did. That was good. He did some good trolling there. That was his finest hour. But, you know, to compare Conor and Chael, and by the way, you know I'm not a Conor nut hugger, but Conor is hilarious. You know, some of the stuff, his timing, you know, whether it's his accent or whatever, he just comes out with some good stuff and some interesting shit, and it's original. And from what I believe, from what I know, he comes up with it himself on the fly, on the cusp, in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good trash talker that can hold his own. You can't have somebody write your stuff for you and, well, sorry, we never prepared a line for this. You know what I mean? You're an actor if that's what you do.
Can I tell you? All right, look, here's the thing, right? And Conor's incredible.
I've spoken enough.
Conor's number 2. I give Conor number 2, and I'll tell you why I give Chael P. Sonnen, the original American Gangster, the number 1 spot, okay? First of all, Conor McGregor, unfucking believable. You're right, dude. He gets the crowd going. He's got unbelievable trash talk. He talks shit. You know, he's got that, he's got a way about him that's very natural. He's very quick-witted. It seems like it's coming off his shoulder. But I will say, dude, he's got the crowd on his side to another level, right? So he's coming out there. It's like when you see Chris Rock or Jerry Seinfeld pop into a comedy club, they say a premise, the crowd fucking screams, they're losing their shit. He really gets them going. Chael Sonnen, he wasn't like this crazy popular fighter when he was coming out and doing this. He didn't have like a nation behind him. He was the fucking bad guy, and he went at the entire nation of Brazil. He went over to Brazil. He didn't give a shit. He still went over there. When he talked about the Nogueira brothers getting off the bus because he thought, and they tried to feed the bus a carrot because they thought it was a horse.
I knew you were going to mention that. You mention it all the time, and that is good. I knew you were going to say that. That's like his A+, his best material. That was Chael's Oscar-winning performance, and that whole thing with the Nogueira brothers, how you get a black belt with a Happy Meal, and all this type of stuff. Yeah, I said it was good. It was great. He was very entertaining in that fight, and he sold it big time. They did a lot of pay-per-views.
He's gonna smack Anderson Silva's wife on the ass and have her make her a steak.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good, but it was just that one time. It was just with Anderson Silva. I don't know what happened after.
Yeah, but
that.
hold on,
There's a lot of the other times were cringe.
Yeah, look, dude, I'm just saying he mixed it up in another way, and he is also very quick-witted. He's a quick-witted guy. You know, maybe it was.
Chael's a very smart guy.
Yeah, you're just yeah. I don't know.
I just honestly I can't put Chael over Conor. And again, you know I'm not a guy that's swinging from Conor's nuts. Far from it. But credit where credit's due, man. Because you know he constantly grabs attention. All right, okay, you're right. He's got a massive following, so that helps. And you're absolutely right. When you got the crowd on your side, you know.